Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing another Create a Sim video today, and in this one we will be doing a mermaid series. So I'll be creating 8 unique mermaids, all inspired by a different body of water, area of the world type of thing. I am splitting it into 2 parts, so in this first part we're just doing 4. It would have been too long otherwise, just where I had to do the mermaid version and the human version for each one. So we're starting off with the Coral Reef Mermaid or Tropical Mermaid. The color palette is, coral color, salmon color, pink, and light orange. This mermaid, her name is Naya, which means sea foam in Hawaiian, or it can mean sea nymph in Greek as well, which I thought was very fitting. So I gave her shiny light makeup. I gave her these super cool ears and the messy bun. This sim is playful, she's bubbly, she is always hanging out around the coral reefs, she's playing with all the fish and the dolphins, and she just generally has a lust for life and having a good time. I gave her this seashell bra that came with the Island Living expansion pack and a tail that I downloaded as custom content. As always, if you would like the link to any custom content, please just comment and I will try and track it down for you and send you the link. For her everyday outfit, I kept her makeup pretty similar. I just removed her ears and then I gave her a beachy outfit. For her aspiration, I gave her the Mermaid Experience aspiration that I downloaded as a pack of mermaid aspirations that I will link as well. And I also gave her the Child of the Ocean, Green Fiend, and the Good traits. And here she is. Now this next sim I think might be my favorite in this series. Her name is Nyx, who is the Greek goddess of the night, and she represents a deep sea mermaid. So I gave her themes of black and bioluminescent blue. I got her aspiration from deep sea creatures who use bioluminescence to lure in their prey and other fish to eat, like the anglerfish and the lanternfish. I thought she turned out really beautiful, and the stark contrast between her skin and her hair and all of her blue accessories I think is really beautiful. I wanted to make her eyes white because perhaps in mermaid form she is blind because she is a deep sea mermaid, so I was thinking she would just use her other senses to get around, considering she wouldn't really be able to see well anyway. And I was thinking her bioluminescence would be a way to lure in fish and other prey for her to snack on while she's down there. She is not an evil mermaid, but she definitely doesn't have any reservations about eating fish whole either. However, she is very friendly to her other mermaids and to human sims as well. I gave her some blue body blush from custom content and a CC top, and then I gave her the blue glow-in-the-dark tail that came with the Island Living expansion pack. I gave her some other accessories like the crown and the necklace and the wraps around her arms, and here is her mermaid form. Now for her human form, I removed the crown and the blind eyes. I did just give her regular piercing blue eyes, and I kept the necklace as well. I gave her this beautiful blue top and a black skirt. I played with a few different black skirt options, but I ended up settling on a tighter short skirt. I gave her the Angling Ace aspiration, the Child of the Ocean, Adventurous, and the Jealous trait. I wasn't sure if it quite fit, but I just felt like it did. And here is her final form. I think she is absolutely beautiful. Moving on to our next sim. This is Laguna Pond, and she is a lake mermaid, or a pond, or swamp mermaid. I guess they all kind of fit pretty well. And her themes were green, kind of algae. I gave her gills. Laguna does mean pond or lake in Italian, so I figured that fit pretty well. The green in her hair kind of represents algae And I made her a bit paler. Originally I gave her green skin, but it just looked too strange, so I think this fit pretty well also, but I did give her kind of darker green, earthy toned makeup, and I think that made up for it. I did give her the fish scales blush for just an added effect. And I realized after I was done her makeup that I completely forgot to go into detail edit mode and mess around with her eyebrows and her eyes, but I decided that the thin brows actually suited her really well, so I just made them black and I kept with the brows that she had. Now I downloaded this super cool water lily or lily pad style tail. I will try and find the link. I was super excited about it, and I gave her a similar top as the last sim, just in a different color. I know that the greens didn't perfectly line up, but I still think it looks pretty good. I kept her human form pretty simple, just sticking with the green tones and the black. I gave her the outdoor enthusiast aspiration, along with the socially awkward, loves nature, and green fiend traits. And here's the final product. We are now on to the final sim in part 1 of my mermaid series. Be sure to check back for part 2 in a few days, it should be up. So this is Lumi, which means snow in Finnish. She is our Arctic Mermaid, so her vibe is kind of a little frostbitten, blue, white, silver, hints of lavender as well. Where she does live up in the Arctic, I gave her a bit of extra body fat, kind of to act as blubber like you might see in a beluga whale or something, to protect her from the cold temperatures. I gave her this really pretty jewel headband like we did with our deep sea mermaid, and a pretty pearl necklace as well. When I went custom content shopping for this video, I came across these icy tears and I thought it would be so perfect for an Arctic mermaid, but when I put them on my sim, I realized it looked kind of off, a little inappropriate, a little bit Wicked Whims, so unfortunately I had to take it off and I just replaced it with some of the blue fish scale blush and some icy lip gloss instead. I gave her very pale light blue skin, almost white, and the tail with the little glowy bits that came with the Island Living expansion, as well as this cute white bikini top. Another thing that I have been adding to these mermaid sims is gills, which I thought just made it a little bit more realistic, and I think it adds a nice touch. For her human form, I changed her skin from the blue to a very pale white just to make it more realistic for a human, and I removed her ears. I changed her eyes to a light lavender color, and of course put her lashes back on, add a little bit of blush. Now, where she does live in the Arctic, I wanted to dress her in something a bit warmer than I did my other mermaids who were just living at the beach. She has the Zen Guru aspiration and the Child of the Ocean, Loner, and the creative traits. And here she is, the final sim for part 1 of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will upload these 4 sims to the gallery. Here they are one by one. They are absolutely stunning. I think I'm really gonna have a good time playing with them in my saves. And stay tuned for part 2.